Imagine this: two people catch your eye at a social gathering. One is always available, eagerly responding to messages, and never leaves you guessing. The other is a bit more elusive, their availability unpredictable, sparking a curious intrigue in you.
You're the most gifted woman I've ever met.
Wow.
Who do you find yourself thinking about more? Playing hard to get. A strategy as old as dating itself, but backed by modern psychological insights. In today's video, why playing hard to get makes you more desirable, we dive into the allure of being just out of reach and how it can significantly amplify your desirability.
Is there anything else?
Why does this strategy work? How can you apply it effectively without crossing the line into manipulation? Stay tuned as we uncover the secrets behind the art of attraction, blending scientific evidence with actionable advice.
I kind of get that, actually.
Yeah.
At the core of human interaction lies the principle of desire, a complex emotion driven by the want for something we cannot easily have.
You could come home with me.
Psychological studies reveal that humans tend to value and pursue things that are perceived as scarce or challenging to obtain. This principle applies strikingly to the dynamics of attraction and dating. The scarcity effect, a term coined by psychologists, suggests that limited availability increases an item's perceived value. In the context of dating, when someone is not readily available, it piques interest and curiosity, making them seem more desirable. It's the mystery and the challenge of the chase that fuels the attraction. But why does this chase feel so exhilarating? The answer lies in our dopamine systems, the brain's reward pathway. The unpredictability of not knowing when you'll next interact with the person playing hard to get triggers dopamine releases, similar to the highs experienced during a chase. Understanding this psychological backdrop sets the stage for effectively navigating the balance game of dating.
What are you doing?
I'm running with it.
Where too much availability can dampen interest and too little can extinguish a budding connection. Mastering the art of showing just enough interest without overdoing it is akin to walking a tightrope. It's crucial to engage enough to keep the intrigue alive while maintaining a level of distance that encourages pursuit. A simple way to achieve this is by being responsive, but not always immediately. Allow some time before replying to messages, suggesting your time is valuable and you're not waiting by the phone. However, when you do engage, make sure your interactions are meaningful and show genuine interest in the conversation. This balance signals that you're interested, but not overly eager, a key in sparking further interest. Suppose you've recently met someone and exchanged numbers. Instead of replying instantly to every text, you wait a few hours or sometimes until the next day to respond. However, your replies are thoughtful, reflecting on what was said and asking new questions. For instance, if she mentions a hobby like photography, you could respond, "I saw your photography post on Instagram. Your eye for detail is impressive. What got you into photography?" This shows you're interested and attentive, but not hovering over your phone waiting for her messages. Reveal yourself in layers, allowing the person to peel back the nuances of your personality and life over time. This doesn't mean playing deceitful games or being dishonest about your feelings. Instead, it's about not laying all your cards on the table from the get-go. Share interesting snippets of your life and passions, leaving room for curiosity. The goal is to create a sense of wonder, prompting the other person to think, "I want to know more." On your third date, instead of divulging every detail of your life story, you mention a surprising hobby or a unique travel experience, but save the full story for later. You might say, "I spent a month exploring the Amazon rainforest last year. It was a life-changing experience." Leave it at that for the moment. The aim is to spark curiosity and leave her wondering, what happened in the Amazon? When you sense the interest peaking, that's your cue to subtly pull back. If she leans in, you lean back slightly. This push and pull create a dynamic where your attention and presence become a reward in the dance of attraction. It's essential, however, to gauge this carefully. After several weeks of frequent texting and weekly dates, you decide to pause and skip initiating contact for a few days. During this time, you're not cold or dismissive, you're just less available. When she reaches out, you re-engage warmly, but mention being caught up with a new project or hobby. This creates a space where your attention is subtly sought after, making your next interaction highly anticipated. Learn more about the push-pull strategy in the video linked at the end. Being unpredictable can significantly enhance your allure. Avoid setting a routine for your availability. Instead, mix up your response times and how often you initiate contact. If your interactions become too predictable, the thrill of the chase diminishes. Unpredictability keeps the flame of curiosity alive, making each interaction a delightful surprise. If you usually send good morning texts at 8 a.m., mix it up. Perhaps skip a day or send a mid-afternoon message instead, commenting on something specific like, "I just passed by that art cafe we talked about and thought of you. How's your day going?" This unpredictability adds an element of surprise to your interactions, keeping the dynamic fresh and engaging. Just when the interest seems to wane or she appears close to stepping back, re-engage fully. This moment, carefully timed, can have a powerful impact. A well-placed compliment, a thoughtful message, or planning a surprising date can reignite the initial excitement, reinforcing your desirability and keeping the intrigue alive. You sense she's becoming a bit distant or perhaps overwhelmed by her busy schedule. This is when you plan something thoughtful, like sending her a book by her favorite author with a note saying, "Thought you might enjoy some escapism amidst your busy week." Or you could plan a surprise outing to a place she mentioned wanting to visit. This re-engagement shows you're attentive and caring, solidifying your desirability and interest. Misinterpretation. Playing hard to get can sometimes be misinterpreted as disinterest or aloofness. If overdone, it might discourage the other person, leading them to pull away permanently. Emotional toll. This strategy can take an emotional toll on both parties. It involves a constant calculation of actions and reactions, which can be mentally exhausting and detract from the genuine enjoyment of getting to know someone. Increased interest. When done correctly, playing hard to get can significantly increase someone's interest in you. It creates a sense of challenge and achievement when they finally get your attention. Perceived value. This strategy can elevate your perceived value. Being less available makes your time seem more precious, and people tend to value what they have to work harder to obtain. Stronger connections. Paradoxically, playing hard to get can lead to stronger connections. The initial chase can make the eventual emotional connection feel more rewarding and hard-earned. In navigating the balance between interest and intrigue, it's essential to maintain a level of authenticity. Playing hard to get should never cross into manipulation. It's about enhancing the natural dynamics of attraction and interest. Consider how these strategies align with your personal values and the type of relationships you wish to cultivate. Playing hard to get is a dance of balance between interest and intrigue, a strategy that, when used wisely, can enhance your desirability and lead to deeper, more meaningful connections. It's a reminder that in the game of love and attraction, sometimes the best approach is one that keeps the other person guessing, yet always ensures respect and authenticity at its core. As we conclude our exploration of why playing hard to get makes you more desirable, remember that the most potent connections are those rooted in genuine interest, respect, and a dash of mystery. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the art of attraction. Until next time, keep the mystery alive.